Joshi. The News Hour Special Edition.
Welcome back. A legacy war over Subhash Chandra Bose has erupted between the government of West Bengal and the centre. Now, in the latest move, the centre has decided to advance Republic Day celebrations from the 23rd of Jan instead of 24th of Jan, which will also include the birth anniversary of Subhash Chandra Bose. On the other hand, the state of West Bengal has slammed the centre and said this is nothing but politics, because a proposal by the state government of West Bengal to include a tableau on Netaji during this Republic Day parade has been rejected by the centre. Now, in fresh developments, Mamata Banerjee in fact has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi to look into the issue and to intervene. Let's open this up and go across to our guests. We have Tuhin Sinha, spokesperson of the BJP, and Riju Datta, spokesperson of the TMC. Tuhin, let me begin with you first. What is your response to what the state government of West Bengal is alleging, that a proposal of including a tableau of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was rejected, and on the other hand the centre came up with its own plan? Is this a game of one-upmanship when it comes to the legacy of Subhash Chandra Bose?
Good evening, Swati. Swati, there are certain things that are beyond politicization because they are too sacrosanct. And the Republic Day celebrations is one of them. Now, the aspirations of 29 different states have to be taken into consideration. And many a times, purely because of the paucity of time on the given day of event, there are certain states which can't be accommodated. They are accommodated in the subsequent year. So to politicize this, I think, is juvenile and puerile. You should remember that on 21st October 2018, in an unprecedented gesture, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had hosted the tricolour from the Red Fort to commemorate 75 years of the formation of Azad Hind government of Subhash Chandra Bose. We have been celebrating his birth anniversary as Parakram Divas, and we have shown that Parakram in letter and spirit while dealing with Pakistan, something which the previous governments could not. And finally, we have extended the Republic Day celebrations to 23rd January. These are unprecedented gestures and moves which need to be appreciated. Unfortunately, Mamata Banerjee cannot grow beyond her myopic, petty politics, and I don't think she should politicize something as sacrosanct as Republic Day parade and celebrations.
Okay, Riju Datta, your response. Politicizing this issue is juvenile.
You know, by rejecting the tableau by the union government, it was a tableau which was commemorating the battle that was fought by the INA led by Netaji Subhash Bose. And not only Netaji Subhash Bose, it contained portraits of illustrious sons and daughters of this country who fought for the freedom of this country, like Robi Thakur, Aurobindo Thakur. It had Matangini Hajra, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and it was cancelled. And you know why it was cancelled? Because it undermined everything. It undermined whatever they have been saying about Netaji. It is a complete insult to Netaji and all the illustrious sons and daughters of this country, and it is a blatant insult to the people of Bengal. Let me remind you, Netaji is not only a son of Bengal, he is a global icon, he is a national icon. By announcing Netaji's birthday to be celebrated, including in the Republic Day, henceforth, the scholars of this entire political science, the subject, have rewritten political history of this country. It is utterly shameful. And are we to forget when this year during the Bengal polls, just before the Bengal polls, to commemorate Netaji's birthday in Victoria Memorial, when Narendra Modi ji was present as the Prime Minister of the country, the Chief Minister of West Bengal was present to pay our homage to Netaji Subhash Bose. What happened? The goons of BJP, the rented goons of BJP started chanting Jai Shri Ram, disrespect Netaji, disrespect the Mamata Banerjee, and disrespect the Prime Minister himself. What happened then? So all in all, after the drubbing of...
But isn't this a mark of respect? Incorporating... No. Yes, isn't this a mark of respect? The centre has decided to advance celebrations, which will now begin from the 23rd of Jan.
No. Bottom line is, Ms. Joshi, after the drubbing of BJP at the hand of TMC in Bengal election, this is petty politics and vendetta politics of the BJP to disrespect Bengal and disrespect Netaji.
Okay, so you're saying this is vendetta politics, this is petty politics which has been initiated by the centre. Okay, Tuhin Sinha, respond.
Swati, we should wait for a formal response from the government. But since we know Mamata Banerjee, I'm sure she should not have thought the plan through. When Riju talks about not honoring some of the freedom fighters, let me remind him that the very concept of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is to honor all of those freedom fighters who have been ignored by mainstream history books. It includes 300 of them. And I have already counted the number of things we have done to give respect to Subhash Chandra Bose. For them to give us sermons on how to respect Subhash Chandra Bose reeks of petty politics. And unfortunately, they should stop this cherry picking. Republic Day is not a time for this petty party politics. We should all appreciate and respect the sanctity of the occasion and grow out of these blame games.
Can I answer?
But who's politicizing the issue? Who's politicizing the issue is the big question, because the TMC alleges the centre initiated it. Centre says that Mamata Banerjee is doing this. Meanwhile, Mamata Banerjee is also written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Am I right, Mr. Datta, asking the Prime Minister to intervene?
Absolutely, yes. She has written to Prime Minister Modi because she was, profoundly shocked. The Chief Minister of West Bengal was profoundly shocked at why abruptly the union government has excluded the tableau of commemorating the battle for the freedom of India by INA led by Netaji, along with illustrious portraits of our sons and daughters of this country, like Ishwar Chandra Vidyakar, Rabindranath Tagore, Matangini Hajra, and Aurobindo Thakur. Are they not?
Can I?
Icons? They are national icons. And just because of your profound hatred for Bengal and Bengalis, you cannot exclude...
But Riju Datta, is there no merit to the argument which is being given by Tuhin Sinha that you have to incorporate demands of 20... Yes,
that is the problem.
Demands that come in from all the states? And as far as paying respect is concerned, the birth anniversary of Subhash Chandra Bose has been made part of the Republic Day celebrations.
Yes, so does it not make more sense that when you include Subhashji's birth anniversary in the Republic Day program, that a tableau which only commemorates and pays respect to Subhash Bose will be allowed in that parade? Does it not make more sense? Or does it make more sense to cancel the tableau which pays respect to Subhashji and INA and their struggle for India's freedom?
Yeah. Can I come in, Swati?
Respond, Tuhin Sinha.
Swati, the very response of the TMC spokesperson makes it very clear they have only one state to look after. Their viewpoint, worldview is very limited. We are taking care of 29 states in the entire country. And like I started by in the very first sentence, all states spell out their aspirations, their requests to the central government. Now, based upon a rotation policy, there are certain states whose aspirations and demands are accepted in one particular year, and subsequently in the next year the demands and aspirations of other states are accommodated. But the thing is, right from Birsa Munda, right from Tantia Bhil, there are hundreds and hundreds of freedom fighters who were ignored over the years. We have brought them to the mainstream. So for them to even blame that we have not been fair to Subhash Chandra Bose is an absolute falsehood.
Yes, sir. My good friend from BJP talked about Birsa Munda.
I'm not your good friend.
My home minister, Mr. Amit Shah, is so fond of Birsa Munda that he garlanded the wrong statue of Birsa Munda during Bengal Fool. This is their respect to the freedom fighters. This is the respect of BJP to the freedom fighters. And just giving it a fancy name, you don't pay respect. When you, for your political vendettas and your political mileage, you try to...
You are talking about Subhash Chandra Bose.
Netaji Bose's tableau, and you using his birth anniversary for your political mileage. Shame on you and shame on your party.
No. We have gone back to Tilka Maji. You are talking about Subhash Chandra Bose. We have gone back to the 1770s, and all of those freedom fighters who have been ignored in the last 170 years have been brought into the mainstream. But obviously the problem with the TMC is that you can't think beyond Bengal. You can't think beyond Bengal. We have dug out, we have brought out freedom fighters from the northeast who have not been reported, who have not been, whose contribution have not been documented. We have gone way back to 1770s.
Please, I'm not going to hear all this. all these sermon writers and pardon
So that's because your worldview is limited. You don't want to think beyond Bengal.
One second. Calm down. Okay, calm down. Rijadatta, TMC is calling this BJP's hypocrisy. How is it hypocrisy when they have advanced the Republic Day celebrations and incorporated Netaji's birth? That is one argument which is continuously being given as a counter to every question that is being raised. How is this double standards?
Again, Swati, it is not about any state. You have included Netaji's birth anniversary in your Republic Day celebration. Out of 29 states, I want to ask you, which state has submitted a tableau dedicated to Netaji Subhash Bose? So when you have included Netaji Subhash Bose's birth...
Can I answer this?
And
It's not about states. It's about a national hero.
Which prime
Why couldn't the center accommodate that?
I'm asking you, which prime minister has accorded official legitimacy to the Azad Hind government? Which prime minister has unfurled the tricolor on 21st October 2018 to commemorate 75 years of the formation of Azad Hind government? And mind you, Swati, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi subsequently, after the Azad Hind government 75th year commemoration, had referred to Subhash Chandra Bose as the first Prime Minister of India. That shows the kind of respect, that shows the kind of reverence we have accorded to Subhash Chandra Bose. And unfortunately, they can't grow out of party politics even on the issue of Subhash Chandra Bose.
These juvenile explanations are sounding more and more...
So is this then more about a credit war?
No,
So then, Rijadatta, is this
legitimacy
more
to
about a
Azad
credit
Hind
war? Is this more about
juvenile.
winning? Is this more about winning brownie points? Is this more about maintaining a score?
We do not need... Okay, I will say this on record. We do not need any brownie points. When you include Netaji Subhash Bose's birthday in your Republic Day parade, why are you abruptly excluding, without giving any justification, a tableau on Netaji? Does that make sense? The people who are watching this show, does it make sense? And you are giving me some cooler excuse that...
Okay, Rijadatta, are you also implying that this proposal has been turned down because it has come from West Bengal? Is that what you're implying as well?
The BJP, after their dreaded loss in Bengal election, is doing political vendetta against Bengal and the people of Bengal by...
Okay, I have to take a break. And wrap up. But just a quick response from Tuhin Sinha, if you can, in just a couple of seconds, that you've turned it down only because this has come from West Bengal. It's not about
like
the
I
tableau.
said, ideally, we should wait for a formal response from the government, which I'm sure will come in a day tomorrow. But I'm asking you, can anything be bigger than acknowledging and legitimizing the Azad Hind government of Subhash Chandra Bose and acknowledging...
Well, the TMC does not believe that. Well, the TMC does not believe so, and the TMC does not agree with you. According to them, this is double standards and this is vendetta politics. But you're saying that this is nothing but petty politics on part of TMC. That's the stand taken by Tuhin Sinha and Rijadatta. With that, I'm wrapping up the debate. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
The News Hour Special Edition will be right back after this break.